It has only came to light, obviously, when the girl was getting a bit older. She's realised what had happened to her, went to the coppers, laid everything out, what had happened to her when she was a vulnerable 13-year-old girl. The girl said in court that they made her life a living nightmare and tortured her as a youngster. Now that's the pair there, the Syrian brothers Omar and Mohammed Badreddin, came over here in 2016 as Syrian refugees. Judge Amanda Rippon said the girl was already extremely vulnerable when she met the far more sophisticated males in Newcastle. She was repeatedly used near the castle in Newcastle city centre and behind a burger restaurant after being groomed with alcohol and cigarettes. Mohammed Badreddin, then aged 17, was aggressive and rough and threatened that his brother Omar, then aged 20, would hurt her if she didn't do stuff with him. The girl was also harried at her own home when the brothers, who moved to the UK as refugees from the war in Syria, telling her she would be killed or taken to another country. So as you can imagine, the lass was absolutely petrified. These older males from another country threatening to take her away and dump her in another country. The court heard she was harried by Omar on at least 7 occasions, the first time immediately after his brother had harried her. Al-Aboud, then aged 17, also a refugee from Syria, badgered the girl to have contact with him, saying that she had let the bedridden brothers do it. Now it was his turn to do it, and that she should let him do it. Al-Suhaimi, who was 15 at the time and from Kuwait, was heard by a passing witness saying it was his turn with the girl after she had already been used of these sick creatures. He also SA'd another 12-year-old girl. This all came out in the court case. Judge Rippon saying he was copying the behaviour of the Badreddin brothers, whose swagger he foolishly held in high regard. No excuse at all. Not an excuse. It sounds as though the judge was actually making the excuse there. In a statement read to the court, the 13-year-old victim, who is now 19, said, "My childhood turned into what I can only describe as a living nightmare." She said she dropped out of school and turned to drugs and self-harm to cope with the trauma, adding her family had been devastated by what happened. The girl said she was petrified of the man who had tortured her and hurt her in so many ways, adding the experience and impact